Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So it is now April 18th, which is like 3 weeks post show, almost 4, and I just wanted to hop on here to just kind of document and talk a little bit about what I've been going through post show, you know, like the so-called post show blues that people talk about. So I didn't think I would experience anything like it, and I didn't know what to really expect. Yeah, people talk about it, but it's not the same as when you experience it firsthand. I don't even know if I should call it like the post-show blues, because how I've been feeling is like a bit different from that. Like it's more so towards the food focus and everything, which I will talk more about it later in my video. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. I wanted to be really real and honest about how I've been feeling, and that's also why like I haven't really picked up the camera for the past few weeks, just because I just wanted to understand what I've been feeling. So I'm now on a reverse diet, so slowly bumping up my calories and decreasing my cardio so that I could you know, restore my metabolism back up. After, you know, you've been dieting for a very prolonged period of time, your maintenance calories get really low, your metabolism slows down. So this is just a way for me to kind of be able to get back to normal life, you know, get my hormones balanced again and yada yada yada, without rebounding really hard. Like, yeah, with some competitors, they do experience a really bad post-show rebound weight gain. And yeah, this is why reverse dieting is like really important, so that you prevent yourself from having to go through that, because once you gain all that weight, it can be really hard to come off again the next round. You know, I want to save myself from all that trouble, and yeah, that's why I've been very diligent with my reverse diet. I haven't cheated on my plan at all. I literally had some free meals on the night of my show, had some free meals the day after, kind of went overboard a little bit with that. And the first week, of course, I was retaining a lot of water, so my weight did like shoot up quite a lot. And then yeah, we've been on plan ever since. And second week, my weight went down again, and third week it's pretty much stayed the same. So as of now, I am only like 0.3 pounds above stage weight, and I haven't checked my weight ever since. So usually my check-in days is on Wednesday, so that's in 2 days. Today's a Monday. I try not to weigh myself too much, because it can get in your head a little bit after show, and I just want to be free from that stress. You know, like, oh my god, did I gain too much weight, yada yada yada, because you are supposed to gain weight, but just kind of in a controlled manner, you know, just not like go up 10 pounds in a week or something. Right now I do have 1 macro meal per day. We changed my macros around just because I was really struggling with food focus and like some really bad cravings. But to be honest, I feel like my calories isn't like super high for me to like play around with my macro meal that much. I'm hungry as fuck still, and I feel like I just need volume. So for me to waste that macro meal on something else that is maybe something that I want, but will be less satiating because I'll just have 2 bites and then it's gone, I'd rather spend it on like clean meals, which I don't mind. Like, I love my prep meals, I just want more of it, if that makes sense. But I feel like the macro meal has worked very well for me so far, because instead of spending too much time thinking about food, I'm just using that energy, that time, to actually focus on how I can make my meals more fun and less being like chick, veg, and rice. You know, like taking the time to actually cook, put some love in my meals after being on autopilot for so long and living off Tupperwares, you know. I think this is like a good thing for me. But anyways, I will put a little bit of a clip that I filmed when I was struggling really badly, and I will talk a little bit more about that. But essentially in this video, I will be showing you guys what I've been eating on my reverse diet and how I'm able to make my meals more fun, even though I don't have a lot of calories to play with. So if you need any ideas on some macro-friendly meals that you can make at home that is low calorie, will make you feel good, then be sure to check out the rest of this video. So the last thing I wanted to do was pick up a camera. Obviously, while I just had like a mini breakdown, my hair is all over the place and I'm using my phone, like can't even be bothered, but I wanted to share this moment because I feel like it's so important to document, you know, the lows of like my post-show experience as well. Like, you know, not every day is like sunshines and rainbows, and I have this moment too where, you know, like some days are really hard and I have like, I'm sorry if like I don't make any sense at the moment, but I am such a perfectionist and like that's just my personality, and I always want to do things right. And especially with this reverse, I feel like I've worked so hard to get to where I am, you know, to get to this condition and everything. And I know how important reverse dieting is, like, you know, to get my metabolism back up in a healthy way. But yeah, I'm hungry and the food focus has just been so bad. And I know it's like a normal part of the process and a lot of people feel this way. And I'm glad I'm not alone in that. But yeah, it's just freaking hard, man. Like, I've been food focused during prep too. But, you know, with that, the goal is so clear and like there's a date in mind that it doesn't even matter. You're on robot mode. But like once you no longer have a date to work for, that autopilot mode kind of switches on and you're feeling things more. You have more time to think about things, and this food focus has just made me feel really overwhelmed and stressed mentally, and I hate feeling this way. Oh man, I feel so stupid for like even crying about this. I feel like this is such a like, oh, first world problems. Like there are worse things happening, but I just don't want to end up having an unhealthy relationship with food. And yeah, I just want to take this reverse well. I hope that anyone who sees this will realize that I struggle too, and that yeah, if you're going through this too, you're not alone. And I hope we get through our post-show phase together. I'm just about to have my pre-workout meal. So as you can see here, I pretty much load up on the lettuce just to help with satiation. And here I have some ground chicken with paprika powder. And also I've been like trying out some new hot sauces. So this week it's Frank's Red Hot, and I feel like it's not spicy enough for me. So that's why I add like these little Thai chili peppers, if you can see them. And then after this meal, I'll also have my pre-workout oats with frozen blueberries and peanut butter. You know the freaking drill. I'll have that literally right before I hit the gym because I feel like my strength isn't like really there yet, and I tend to lose a lot of energy at the end. So timing it this way really helps me sustain that energy throughout the entire session. So I am back with my pre-workout oats, and I finally have my Walden Farms syrup back, which I am so happy about because you know that when I had to cut all of these artificial sweeteners out like 2 weeks out from my show, I was really missing my Walden Farm. So just a little drizzle of that on my oats literally makes the biggest difference. So here we got some frozen blueberries, peanut butter, and a drizzle of Walden Farms. Seriously, why are oats so freaking good? I don't understand. Literally, if I could have oats for every meal, I would. And I would like switch it up with a few different flavored protein powders, but yeah, I only have it for pre-workout, and then post-workout I prefer to just do cereal because that's something I crave. I've also been mixing and matching between like different types of cereal, sometimes like combining 2 different kinds because I can't choose, and that has really helped me a lot with, yeah, my cravings. So you'll see that after my workout today. Okay, so time for my post-workout meal. This is actually the meal that I look forward to the most in my day. So typically for my post-workout meal, I would have protein cereal. We always do rice-based cereal, so I do Cocoa Pops, and I basically mix like a scoop of whey with almond milk and then pour it onto the cereal, and it honestly like tastes so freaking good because the milk just gets so rich and creamy from the protein powder. Now I just have like 50 grams of carbs, and it can be from any type of carbs I want, so that gives me a little bit more flexibility. I have different types of cereals that I can choose from. I have my regular Cocoa Pops because I genuinely love them, but I also have other types of cereal now. So I have banana cornflakes, and I also have these like strawberry cornflakes in case I'm feeling like something fruity, and I've been loving the strawberry one lately. It has like little cranberries inside as well, so I've been having that. But today I really want to do banana because I don't know, I just miss having bananas. And technically I could have a banana as part of my post-workout carbs, but I just feel like bananas, they just go so quickly, you know, like it just takes like what, 5 seconds to finish it. So I want my post-workout meal to last. And I also have this thing, it's called Honey Stars, and I don't know if it's available in your country or not, let me know, but it's my favorite childhood cereal. This is what they look like. They're so cute. So here are the Honey Stars, and here are the banana cornflakes. And what I love about these is that they got little banana chips in them as well. They taste so freaking good. And that is my post-workout meal ready to go. Oh yeah, and with the whey protein, I'm not gonna add it into my cereal this time because I've been loving making like this protein ice cream that I've showed a long time ago in my vlogs. It just gets so thick when you add like xanthan gum in it, and yeah, it just gets rid of my ice cream cravings. So I'm gonna do that with my whey protein instead. And this is the second part of my post-workout meal. So here's my protein ice cream. And this is the protein that I use. It's the salted caramel flavor. I also have banana, but I don't really like this one, to be honest. Okay, so I'm ready for my last meal. This is the macro meal that I made today. So I was craving some Thai food, so I made an easy Thai stir fry with some chicken, basil, and lots of chili pepper, and a sunny side egg on top because your girl misses eating egg yolks so much. Like, I've just only been having egg whites for weeks, so the egg yolk is the best part, and I am so excited to have that on top of my rice. Nothing complicated. It literally took me like 5 minutes to make, and then I made like a huge ass box of mixed veggies with cauliflower, bell peppers, chili pepper, and collard greens so that I can add onto every meal. Hello, so it is now a Wednesday, April 20th, which means it's my check-in day. So I weighed myself this morning. I was 41.8, which is 0.1 kilos above what I weighed last week, and I basically maintained. I'm glad to see that, you know, by really sticking to my reverse and like fighting through all these urges, which has been really hard for me, as I've mentioned, like the food focus is really high, and I struggle with it a lot all the time, and you know, to have to resist against the temptations to just eat a little bit more of this or snack on a little bit more of that. I've stayed really diligent with just not snacking at all or taking any other bites of anything, because I'm just like, if I take one bite, it's gonna go out of control, and I don't want to risk that. And I guess because I maintained, either cardio will go down or food will go up this week. I'm thinking food might go up, but we'll see what coach says. So right now I am having one of my movable snacks, which used to be a protein bar, but I recently like switched up to a Greek yogurt bowl instead. And what I do is I freeze it in the freezer for an hour and it turns into like a frozen Greek yogurt dessert bowl. So in case you're craving ice cream like I do and want to find a healthy alternative, this is really, really good. It's a little bit thick. This is the consistency that I love, and it gets really icy on the edges. I basically mix 0% Greek yogurt with a little bit of 0 calorie flavor drops from my protein. I chose a toffee flavor because that's my favorite. I sweeten it with stevia, mix it all together, put it in the freezer, and then I add my toppings later, which for now is just blueberries and a little bit of golden forms.
Can I take my time to tell you how I feel? Cause I gotta pinch myself. It's like you can't be real. Your love is like a vacation after some long hard days. And hurt my heart now. Nothing's been the same. And you're the one to blame. Don't want a thing to change. Cause ain't nobody.
Good morning, guys. It is now Friday, April 22nd, and I just had my breakfast, which is just egg whites with mushroom and a side of mixed veggies. But just a little update from my check-in. Everything's looking great, you know. Food has increased, but cardio has stayed the same. Food didn't increase that much though. It's only like by 200 calories, but I'm happy with that. It's better than nothing. So I'm currently at 2,000 calories on my training days, and then on rest days it's a little bit lower because it takes out like my pre-workout meal, my intro workout meal, and also my post-workout meal. Yeah, it may seem like a lot and you must be like, oh, you're already eating like 2,000, like why are you still complaining about like being so hungry? But the thing is, you need to take into account that my daily activity is like really high due to my job of being like a group class coach and also a like personal trainer. So running these classes, you know, it takes up a lot of energy the day. Like my daily steps are around 22 to 25,000, and that's also the reason why I was able to be on higher calories on prep and lower cardio in general. So just because my food is higher doesn't mean that I'm suffering any less. I guess it just goes hand in hand, you know, the more active you are, the higher calories you're going to need. Yeah, I'm at a point where it's just like, I just have to come to terms with myself that I'm just never gonna be satiated until my hunger hormones start leveling out, which will take time, unfortunately. So at the moment, I'm just grinding it out. I'm just taking each day at a time. I'm also trying to be a little bit more relaxed with myself. I think the reason why I seriously like broke down in the earlier weeks of my reverse diet was because I put so much pressure on myself. I definitely have a type A personality, and I'm such a perfectionist that I just want to come out of prep and not fail, if that makes sense. Like, I just wanted to do good because I was like, you know, I did so good during prep, and like coming out, I knew how important it was. So I wanted to nail it. And the pressure of me to nail everything and be perfect kind of like stressed me out. I don't think I even like realized that until I started reflecting afterwards. Knowing how much I have to work during this improvement season, which I will be going on, I want to start off my off season in like a really good position. And that's also why it made me just kind of like stress over the fact that I just needed to be perfect. But since this past week, I've decided to just kind of let go a little bit and just kind of have the mindset of being like, you know, if you mess up, you mess up. I haven't slipped up yet, but this is just like the mindset of just being a little bit more relaxed, that whatever happens happens, and that like it will be okay. Like one slip up is not going to ruin everything, you know, just as long as you don't take one slip up and then extend it for 2 days, 3 days, and it turns into like a huge 1 week, 1 month cheat week, whatever. So I'm a little bit less stressed, and I think I'm a lot happier that way. But I'm not gonna lie, every day is still really tough for me, so I struggle, but it's more like physiological hunger that I'm struggling with now instead of like mental. So I'm not really like crying or anything anymore. Yeah, there's so many things I want to eat right now, and it's just so weird how the food focus during prep and the food focus now is like a completely different experience. I've never experienced anything like this before, so it's new to me and I'm learning every day, and I think being able to reflect a little bit has also been really helpful. So if any of you are struggling with reverse dieting and just feeling like, oh my god, like I'm so food focused, I'm thinking about food all the time, I'm stressed, blah 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 blah, just take a moment, relax, write things out, talk to someone if you can. For me, I find that talking to other competitors who are going through the same thing, especially in the same team, has been really helpful. And just know that you're not alone, okay? Like, people struggle, just like people don't talk about it much. Some people make it look so easy. That's why I was just like, oh my god, why am I struggling? Like, I was fine during prep, and then now I'm like struggling so badly. So I'm just about to have my macro meal. I'm having a little bit earlier today because I'm hungry and I really want carbs before I go to work so that I have more energy. So what I made was like a power nourish bowl, whatever you want to call it, but I just put everything that I had together. So the yellow rice that I had, I think the yellow rice obsession is coming back. And then I made some air fryer barbecue chicken, just put a little bit of the McCormick's vintage smokehouse barbecue, which is so good, by the way, on the chicken, and then put it on the air fryer for like 2 minutes. The chicken was already cooked, by the way, so this is like an easy hack just to mix things up a bit. Put some roast veggies and some lettuce on the side, and I got this like roasted red bell pepper hummus, which is like so good. For 2 tablespoons, it's only like 60 calories. So this is the brand that I chose. They also have a roasted garlic one, which I really want to try. And I also have some like homemade pico de gallo with tomato, onions, garlic, and chili peppers, and I just like sprinkle it on my salad for more flavor. Ta-da! And now I'm gonna go enjoy my meal, and I'm probably gonna love it so much that I'll probably have this for the next few days or so. We'll see. Hey guys, so it's now May 1st, and it's been over a week since the last time I held this camera, and at first I didn't expect to include this part in the video, but as I was editing, things have happened since, so I want to keep this video like really real, and I want it to of course be a real representation of like what actually happened during my reverse diet. So here I am adding this part onto the video. So basically I cheated. I was so on point, like I was 100% on point, like I didn't even go off by a gram. And I think because I was like so freaking strict and very, very hard on myself this past week, with like me being very, very stressed. And of course when I'm stressed, like my cravings just get pretty bad. But yeah, anyways, I caved on Monday, last Monday. I just ate an entire pizza on my own. I had like a McDonald's ice cream cone, and then after that I was seriously literally like, I don't know, like it triggered me so much that it made me want to eat even more, and it was so hard to stop because I already started. And this is exactly what I mentioned, like I don't trust my hunger cues yet, and I know that once I start having these foods, I won't be able to stop because it's so good. I'm not gonna lie, I felt super guilty because I was like, I was doing so well. Like, how did I just eventually like let myself slip up? But then I also, you know, my friend managed to call me and she was like so nice about it, but she was like, you need to be more kind to yourself. Like, you don't have to be 100% like perfect. And I think that's how I've always like wanted to be with this reverse, because it's my first proper one. I was like trying to like take it easy on myself, but it wasn't as easy as I thought, because I was just kind of like, if you could do that for like the past 4 weeks and be on point, like you can do another day of not giving in to your cravings. So this just goes to show that I really am not perfect. Shit happens, shit is gonna happen. As hard as it is to not feel guilty about it, just try to forget about it, get in a good lift, and then you'll eventually feel better. I had a really good lift though, so that was good. And what was surprising was that I ended up losing weight in my check-in, so I guess those extra calories were needed somehow. I'm really happy about that, and I think I'm making some really good progress. I mean, my calories have increased quite a bit. Cardio has technically been cut in half, and I was still able to maintain the weight that I'm supposed to maintain. And yeah, I guess it's all gonna go up from here, and that's basically my update. Or yeah, that's basically my update. And for real now, I am going to go. I'm gonna leave the vlog here. Once again, if you like this vlog, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.